$145,000. In the context of a $2 trillion market valuation, that figure represents a few seconds of revenue. This penalty acts as a placeholder for a much larger industry-wide physical crisis. The citations spread across 10 different fulfillment centers indicate that high injury rates are a feature of the system. These are not the result of a single poorly managed facility. They are the logical output of a logistics network built for maximum velocity. This forces a difficult evaluation of the modern supply chain. We have to ask if operational efficiency has become a euphemism for the systematic wear and tear of the human body. When a major employer repeatedly absorbs federal safety fines for the same hazards, it points to a flaw in the core operational equation, rather than a simple correctable mistake. To understand the shift in federal oversight, we have to look at the December 2024 OSHA corporate-wide ergonomics settlement and how industry classification codes are used to mask injury data across states like Pennsylvania, California, and Texas. This federal crackdown follows an 18-month Senate investigation that surfaced years of internal corporate data and worker testimony. For warehouse operators, this case provides the specific blueprint you will need to navigate as federal regulators expand their scrutiny of the sector. Surviving this incoming regulatory wave requires understanding exactly why the industry leader's safety model collapsed under the pressure of its own speed. This chart shows the serious injury rates at Amazon compared to the rest of the warehousing industry in 2023. The high red line represents Amazon's 6.1 injuries per 100 workers, a rate consistently double the national average shown in gray. The disparity grows when examining the light-duty loophole. This graph tracks the share of serious injuries classified as light-duty. At Amazon, that red line reaches 83%. Workers remain in modified roles for over 60 days, preventing injuries from being logged as lost time. By exploiting this specific data gap, leadership could report declining lost time injuries to the public, while the actual frequency and severity of human wear and tear worsened. The Senate Help Committee, led by Senator Bernie Sanders, launched an investigation into these discrepancies, analyzing 7 years of safety records and interviewing 130 employees. Investigators uncovered an internal corporate study called Project Soteria. This report explicitly confirmed the correlation between worker speed quotas and high injury rates. Internal recommendations from the study suggested increasing downtime and pausing speed-related discipline. Leadership declined to implement these changes because slowing down threatened production targets during peak periods. The result is visible in this weekly injury log. The extreme peaks labeled Prime Day at 1,066 and Cyber Monday at 1,015 align perfectly with the company's highest volume sales events. Automation has not alleviated this physical strain. When robots move goods faster, the human workers scanning those items must increase their pace from 100 to 400 items per hour to keep up. In this environment, the human body becomes the frailest bottleneck in a high-velocity machine. The biomechanical cause of these injuries combines high-frequency repetition, extreme physical force, and awkward postures forced by the workflow speed. Amazon's time-off task system exacerbates this risk, enforcing an unrelenting pace that effectively eliminates the recovery microbreaks a body needs to prevent tissue damage. OSHA used the General Duty Clause to issue citations for these ergonomic hazards. This led to the legal mandate for every facility to appoint a site ergonomics lead to assess localized risk. OSHA has moved beyond inspecting static hardware, like broken ladders. They are now evaluating the speed and design of the entire workflow. This cascade failure is driven by 5 distinct factors: pace pressure, high turnover, delayed medical reporting, lagging engineering controls, and a mismatch between executive metrics and physical reality. While the federal fine is small, the associated business costs are massive. High turnover, inflated workers' compensation claims, and skyrocketing insurance premiums create a financial burden that dwarfs the initial penalty. Paying an OSHA penalty is a minor operational expense, but failing to repair a broken labor model threatens the long-term viability of the logistics network. Competitors must deploy specific engineering interventions to avoid similar scrutiny. This includes redesigning pick paths to eliminate long reaches, integrating mechanical assists for heavy items, and rotating workers across different physical tasks. Administrative rigor is equally important. Operations leads must enforce mandatory micro breaks, perform weekly site walks to observe physical strain, and track musculoskeletal disorder trends with the same priority as production volume. In the modern supply chain, sustainable delivery speed requires ensuring every employee leaves the building in one piece. If you want to learn more about workplace safety and OSHA rules, subscribe to HSEstudy.